All right. I'm really excited about this video today that I'm going to share with you. I don't have too much time, but it's something I've been thinking about for a couple days on what to share um, on my video journal, blog, whatever you want to call this. And it has nothing to do with door knocking this time. It has everything to do with positioning yourself for success in whatever you do. It could be positioning yourself for a better discipline in your spiritual time in your life. It could be for business. It could be for anything. Um, I did a video probably 2 or 3 weeks ago that outlined the importance of having enough foresight, and that when you have foresight, you win more than you lose. So if you want to re-reference that one, you can. There is a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks now, we had a Mike Mazik Realty group meeting where we actually went to Pole Position, which is the car racing place over in Frisco, and I actually won that entire thing out of all the agents that participated, which was a lot of fun, by the way. So if you're watching this, it's all in good fun. But I want to tell you what I learned from that. The actual name of the race place is called Pole Position, and you have two heats that you run with everybody, and out of those two heats, you place. The fastest time, you run like 13 laps or something. Your fastest time is what gets you kind of in the top 12. After two heats of running and trying to learn the track and recording your fastest time between those two heats, along with everybody else's, if you're in the top 12, you get to be positioned in the final race to race around the track and try to race for first place. So instead of racing against your best time, you're racing against other racers. But I could not have been in that race unless I positioned myself with the top three times. So I came in third in the top three of the races to position myself in position for the actual race that we did. Now I say all that because it's important when it comes to positioning yourself in life. In any way whatsoever, you need to be thinking ahead. You need to be running fast. You need to be recording the best time, if you will. You need to be doing the best that you can to find ways to position yourself. And if you think about Mark Zuckerberg, he was fantastically positioned in life to start Facebook when it came out. Trying to think of other YouTube, right? People who created YouTube sold it to Google for probably $1 billion or something. They positioned themselves to cash out on an investment that they had started. In the same way, there's other examples that I want to go through, but there's two that I kind of came up with that I feel like some of them are like spur of the moment investments. So I call those opportunistic positioning. So that means you found a good deal and you bought low on an investment, and you turns out to be a great investment for you. Maybe it continues to make you money, or maybe it just made you a one-time change on that investment. Then you have something else called systematic positioning. So these things are habits and practices and disciplines that you put together to position yourself into something that continues to pay you, continues to pay off for you. It doesn't have to be money. It can be anything in life, like I said. So it's all about the setup to the opportunity is what I'm going for here. So when I won pole position, there's no way that I could have won that race if I didn't qualify to be in the top 12. So just to qualify in the top 12 put me in position, if you will, to win the race or to have an opportunity to win that race, which I ended up doing. And it's all about the setup. So some people go, man, this opportunity is coming. Well, what are you doing to prepare for that, right? Dak Prescott, quarterback for the Cowboys, replacing Tony Romo while he's out on injury. I'm pretty sure he didn't just come up cold turkey with going, I'm going to show up to the stadium and give it everything I got. I'm pretty sure he even referenced it in the press conference that the coaches prepared him for the game. And that in essence, they positioned him to a position of success, and he almost won the game. So those are some examples. So there's opportunistic positioning, and then there is systematic positioning. And some of the examples in real estate as it relates to real estate would be practicing your scripts, printing out a listing agreement before you go sign. So that way you have it ready to go, or if you do it through zip forms and you do it on your iPad all electronically, having that lot and block, ready to go. You're not waiting on anything other than the seller's signature, getting them at their highest point of emotion to influence their decision. Long term, so this would be sort of the systematic positioning that I'm referencing. Long term would be building your business. So there's two ways. Mike says this all the time in our real estate company. He says, there's a long game and then there's a short game. The short game in this case would be selling homes, working in the business. You're constantly just working in it and you're not working on it. Your long game is working on your business. And how can you be consistent? How can you close homes consistently? How can you, start making more consistent income goals? So if it's $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month in real estate, what does that need to look like and how do you hit that consistently and position yourself to do it? And that's as simple as it gets. We all know it's a numbers game, so it's just a matter of positioning yourself for some success there. I want to leave you with this quote from Zig Ziglar, I believe, and he says, there's going to be two types of people. At the end of your life, there's going to be two types of people. One is going to say, boy, I'm glad I did. And the other one is going to say, I wish I had. And I really hope that I'm part of the group that says, I'm glad I did. I'm working on it every day. It's a long game, as I said. And then there are going to be people that say that they wish they had. And I hope I'm not in that group, and I hope you are in the group that says you're glad you did. Thanks.